How's it going, everybody? In today's video, we're going to be opening up 80 keys under the Spider-Man banner. I'm not sure if this is advisable for a lot of players, as the Fantastic Four team is going to be coming out on July 17th, but I also know that Spider-Man is part of that Fall of Attack team, which is a very, very popular team, and the highlight within the banner is going to be pretty game-changing for that team. So I want to get it, I want to test it, and I want to share all that information with you guys. A couple things about these banners that I definitely had to change my outlook on is these pity timers. These pity timers, for me, it only makes sense to get the highlight. Because if we go down to our Shadow Key banner, we'll see Iron Man has already been moved down here. So if this is our Forever banner, then there will be other opportunities to actually unlock these characters, but there doesn't seem to be other opportunities to unlock these highlights, at least not yet. Because as you'll see, we can pull highlights from this banner, but only up to purple. And if we go to our converter, there are some good highlights in here under the Dream Sand for sure, but we don't see the Iron Man one, and we don't see the Storm one or the Scarlet Witch, so unsure where we're going to be getting those highlights from in the long run. I mean, they can't vault them forever. But my thought process is unlock the highlight. If it's a highlight we really want to go into, we can use the projector film to build it up to awaken it, and we'll get the character eventually. Again, not sure if that's super percent advice. Hopefully, while building up to the 80 pull timer, you'll actually pull at least one of the character. That happened for me at Captain America. I pulled 2 copies of Captain America, hit the pity timer, so I actually have a Soul Slug of Captain America and got his highlight. So that's what we're hoping for today, and once we do these pulls, I'll then go build up my Echo, build up my Psylocke to a crazy degree, like level 64, all their talents and all that kind of stuff, and then we're going to see how they perform in the game. Follow the team is very popular, so I'm expecting some pretty big things. But let's go ahead and let's get to it. We would love to see some yellow diamonds right out the gate. All right, not here, unfortunately. Let's see if we get some good dust, though, and some good maybe highlight awakens or more, hopefully, character saga awakens. All right, we got some doppelganger. I mean, I really want a lot of Psylocke, and I want especially a lot of Echo. I think Echo and Spider-Man, that's kind of the 1-2 punch that I'm hoping we get the most bang for our buck on here. All right, here we go. Also, they're physical. I think them and Captain America would make a pretty good team. Captain America with those low cooldowns, that extra energy he could throw around. I think Captain America would be really good with them. All right, pretty garbage pull on this one. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Sleepwalker. Pretty garbage pull in my opinion. All right, hold on. Let's get some good luck. Let's get some good luck in here. Oof, not great. Not great. I already have Spider-Man unlocked, but I would love at least one duplicate of him. Or you know what, better yet, like I'm all in on trying to do this testing to share the information with you guys, but I would love a different duplicate of Thor. And he has a drop rate in here. So, we can hope. Another dupe on Psylocke, we're happy with that. Oh, we had a music stop. I thought it was going to be indicative of a yellow drop. Music doubled up. Come on, game. LD player, not the best client to play on now. I'm really hoping that we get that official PC client to go global soon.
With the power of one...
Okay, yes, I'll take some Sentry. I'm definitely looking forward to maxing out his Soul Saga. He's actually pretty close. He's an awesome character. Oh, come on, you're breaking my heart here. Breaking my heart here, game. Come on now. I'll take it. I think that might make that one awaken level 4 now.
Bad news for bad guys. Moon Knight's.
I'm kind of off the Moon Knight train now. Kind of hopped off the Moon Knight train. All right, we still got 55 more to go. Oh, it's brutal out here, though. All right. Okay.
Looking for a professional.
Good. All right, good. You need a lot of the 2-star characters when you start getting them going, though. You need a lot of them. Okay, we're going to skip this one. I don't want the video to run too long. Take another Psylocke, sure. Show me yellow. Oh, come on, we're going to skip this one, too. Come on, game. Don't do me like that. Oh, no. We're halfway. We have not pulled any 3-star yet. That breaks my heart. Come on now. Oof. Oof, alright, that's good. Let's try a skip. We're gonna try everything. We're gonna go full tinfoil hat, see if we can get stuff to happen. Pulled an Echo Fire, that's good. Okay, I want the animation. I want that gold hype. Oh, no. No. Psylocke is cool, but no, dude, no. There we go. That's it. Okay. Ugh, be good, be good. Okay. Okay. Iron Man. Okay, I'm good with Iron Man. I'm great. Iron Man is my second favorite damage dealer right now next to Thor. I'll take that. Happy with that for sure. I mean, it's Spider-Man video, so we would have wanted Spider-Man, but look, I'm happy with Iron Man. I would prefer Thor. Happy with Iron Man. Would love a Scarlet Witch. You know what I mean? But I'll take what we can get here. All right, skip. We're not going to get another one. We're not that lucky. These two characters, I kind of haven't found a home for them yet, but that's okay. All right, skip that. Another Echo, we're good with that. Another Phoenix Force. I gotta play around with this highlight too. I think there's some purple highlights that might be better than orange highlights. Like for Thor, Ambition looks like it could rival the Worthy Hero one. All right, so our last pull. Oh shoot! Oh my god, I almost lost hope. All right, what are we gonna get? Let's get that Thor, dude. Let's get that Thor, dude. All right, no. All right, we'll take Spider-Man. Yeah, I'll take a Spider-Man. I'm good with this.
Here comes your friendly
You know, it'll give us a good chance to see how quickly he can power up. All right.
Looking for a professional.
A Psylocke, we'll take that. So we're going to get the highlight, and then I'm going to go build up Spider-Man, build up Psylocke, and I'm going to keep Captain America built up, or try to. Him and Spider-Man share a lot of the same stuff, right? And build up Echo, and then we're going to do a bunch of testing. Let me know if I test them in a good spot, because I want to showcase the power of the team. But yeah, this highlight's pretty crazy. This highlight's pretty crazy. With it, look at it. Where's attack increased by 20%? Cool. After an ally performs a follow-up attack, their attack increases by 16%. Lots of follow-up attacks happening, right? From the allies here. And additional effect with Spider-Man, crit rate of allies' follow-up attacks increased by 15%. So if we could do like a full follow-up attack team, that's gonna be crazy. With our Captain America, it'll lower it a little bit, but we'll have more energy flowing, so it could kind of equalize out. We'll see. I hope you guys do the testing, and I'll be back in a little bit. All right, it's actually been 2 days since we did the Spider-Man pulls. I needed time to build up my Echo and Psylocke as far as our Awakening stuff goes. So what we're going to do is we're going to test this 3-piece follow-up team up against Juggernaut. This is the boss Juggernaut from the last level of the Memento. Well, the current last level of Memento. So let me show you what I have them equipped with, and I will make an infographic for this as well. And I do want to first say, like, I'm not the definitive authority on the follow-up team. In fact, I've only been playing with them for about an hour now. I could see the power, but I could also see this team is probably more complicated to play than, say, a single target Scarlet Witch burst team, right? And we're actually going to test this team against that Scarlet Witch burst team, and we'll see where do we find more value. But this is probably more obtainable for free-to-play players for sure, with the Echo and the Psylocke being 2-star characters, right? But let's go into the highlights and the artifacts of these characters. So I did give our Psylocke the Rising from Ashes, where his attack increases by 60%. After you do a skill or ultimate move, deal additional damage. As far as artifacts go, I got the Wand of Tomb, and I am going to be equipping these like really high-end artifacts, because I will also equip these high-end artifacts on the Scarlet Witch team when we do that comparison. So we got attack, energy generation, special bonus damage attack, special bonus damage, lots of crit here as well on the gun gear. So lots of cool things there. The talents of all our characters are unlocked, but not maxed. So I don't have the abilities or the passives put up, or the basic attack, put it to level 7. That's going to be true across the board for our testing here. All right, let's go look at our Echo next. I don't like how it completely backed out there. It was awkward. So I did give her the highlight I usually use on Thor, Worthy Ones, where she's going to get extra HP, and the attack increases for 8 seconds after they lose HP. Echo is like our default tank here, and the big power of Echo is her passive, right? Where her attack is always the same as the ally with the highest attack. So if we stack somebody else with attack stats, she's actually just going to copy that, and that's exactly what she does. So her highlight is going to make her a little bit tankier, and same with her artifacts. We also really like energy generation on our Echo, because her ult is how she does her follow-up attacks. So I do have her with an HP artifact as well, and I think I would continue to do that. Cosmic Cube, if I had it, would definitely be going on my Echo here. And finally, Spider-Man, the reason we started doing this testing, of course, we got this highlight that we're testing to see its power. We'll do a test with this equipped and with this not equipped, and we'll see if there's a big difference. Talents, same thing here, everything unlocked but not level 7. And as far as his artifacts go, I got the... I can't say that word, sorry. We got this ability here, and we got the unstable molecules. Spider-Man as a character, I'm actually not sure what the best artifacts would be. Maybe a crit artifact would be better than the straight damage here. I can definitely see that being the case. As far as levels go, we got level 62 Spider-Man, level 61 on the 2 follow-up attackers, and we're just gonna give this a go. I am gonna play this in ×1 speed because I'm not super confident with making sure I'm doing the right combos. See, I don't like this opening attack, so I got to use 3 here, but I do have 1 stack on Psylocke. I don't want it to go to waste. We'll do our dash on Psylocke. That's going to give her another echo effect. And now we'll get our Spider-Man dash, which will lower the cost of everything here. Make sure we hit everybody. Good stuff. So, Spider-Man's ult is where he starts getting his assist from. Is it? Or is it his debuff? Which one is it? Webbing. It's the webbing that we want. So applied web reduces attack speed. I think that's also how we get our assists from Spider-Man. So let's let our cooldowns build up a little bit. I'll use Psylocke though. We'll let our mana build up a little bit. We'll do a big burn phase. Alright, there we go. We're getting some follow-up attacks right away. I do have Spider-Man, 1 Soul Saga into Spider-Man. Okay, well, there's the cast time for Juggernaut. I do have 1 Soul Saga into Spider-Man that allows his basics to sometimes apply webbing. All right, well, let's go crazy. Here we go. We'll start with this attack here. Good stuff. Let's put the Echo on there. And then we'll start getting our Psylocke dashes. Big hit. Lots of follow-up attack damage is happening. That's great. We already interrupted it. Love to see that. We now have Echo's attack costing a little bit less. Use this. Good stuff. I want to do Psylocke's dash. You know what? I kind of want to move Psylocke, I guess. Can I not move it? No, I can't. Okay, that's all right. The reason being is I'm Spider-Man's dash and he's about to do... I wanted to make sure I hit them. He's ranged, so we can actually move him out immediately. That's fine. All right, you know what? We're actually going to do this. Stick around, why don't you? Good hit. Let's get a level 1 dash going so that Psylocke gets her Echo back up. I'm right here. That's right, level 1 dash so Psylocke gets her Echo back up. We'll do Echo's attack now. Lots of Spider-Man assists coming. This is awesome. Huge damage. All right. And there's the kill. So I do want to see the damage breakdown. Let's see how this goes. The damage breakdown, I think this team is going to be pretty even across the board. So it really depends on the RNG of what we're getting as far as abilities go and who we're using a lot of abilities on. Like Echo could be the highest here. Spider-Man could be the highest here. Holy crap, Psylocke could be the highest here. That's got to be her crazy artifact she has equipped. All right, I like this. This is the kind of breakdown where it's really even across the board. I think this is a very strong single target build. But now let's go and try taking Spider-Man's artifact off and see what that changes. All right, and we're back. So the only thing I changed was the highlight. We no longer have that orange highlight for Spider-Man. I didn't want to do a lateral change. I didn't want to do my other orange highlight because I'm not sure how much better or worse it would have been. So I did not do the Ancient Frontier. Instead, we're going to go with the No Strings on Me. Both my characters are fighters, so it should increase their attack by 13%, which means Psylocke's going to get a pretty big increase in her attack, and so is Echo because Psylocke has the highest damage. So it's going to be pretty cool. This one is awakened by 3, so keep that in mind. But I felt like this was kind of the fairest comparison instead of equipping my other orange artifact. All right, so we're going to do the exact same thing, and I guess the biggest tell is not going to be how much damage each individual character does, but actually, okay, well, oh, is there a debuff? But more importantly, how long it takes us to clear the Juggernaut. So I'll try and be as quick as possible here. Let's move you over by 1. We can't? Okay, we can like dash on the spot. That's okay. Oh, no, she moved over. All right, so Spider-Man did get his assist out. That's great. You get another one. Again. Lots and lots. We love that. We love that a lot. All right, let's let our stuff build up a little bit here. We'll do like a big burn phase, just like we did last time. Again, I'll use a Psylocke one. I don't actually know what Psylocke. Oh, it like increases her attack speed. Like I said, I am definitely not the definitive leader on the follow-up team. Let me read it again. Deal special damage to random enemies. Applies psychic mark. Psychic mark when hit by a Psylocke base attack or skill. One stack detonates, dealing special damage. Okay, so I should have waited for that one as well. I'm gonna do my burn. We'll let it build up. Echo's kind of taking a couple hits here. All right, here comes the big burst. Let's go for it. We'll throw 2 ults to start. I do kind of want to wait to do the side dash until I decrease its costs. So let's do this. All right, now we can dash. Lots of assists coming. That's great. Here we go. We got to get Spider-Man debuff out there. This does the webbing.
Stick around, why don't you?
Good stuff. Psylocke needs to do a dash.
I'm right.
She's got her buff up now. It did unfortunately make this cost more, but that's okay. I think we'd prefer to get both the assists. Okay. Alright. I'll make Psylocke dash over, so Spider-Man can go buff them both again. It's definitely taking a little bit longer here. Again, I'm not sure if that's just like poor play or what though. Alright, here we go. We're close up to the finish. I do want to make sure we go for it. Alright, didn't feel bad. Let's see the damage breakdown this time. And although I didn't take the time to clear for either of them, you can see it above my head here. Psylocke did way more damage. Spider-Man kind of lacked this time, which is weird because I actually felt like I did more Spider-Man abilities and saw more assists on him than ever before. So Psylocke did have to carry more of the load, but keep an eye on that time. How crazy was that time difference? All right, now let's go try like a pure single target build with just Scarlet Witch, see how that goes. All right, so here we are with our Scarlet Witch, sort of single target burst team we use on the Eye of Nightmare, right? Same sort of build, except my Doctor Strange actually doesn't have level 6 abilities, and I don't want to farm the Mystic stuff for that. It doesn't really decrease the amount of buffs he's going to do on Scarlet anyway, so we'll see how this goes. A couple things I want to make sure we see here. Is it faster? Does Scarlet Witch, like, does she get absolutely wrecked? Whereas Echo's a pretty decent tank with her build, right? And then we'll kind of give a little bit of a verdict. We'll see the 3 times. We'll see if that Spider-Man highlight's really worth it. All right, let's get into it. Oh, and I didn't level Scarlet to 61 like I had Spider-Man. I feel like that's not necessary. All right, taking some big hits right out the gate, but we got our healers, right? It'll be okay. All right, let's go ahead and do a heal. We're doing our big burst phase like we always do with Scarlet Witch. Now we got another heal going. Good stuff. We're almost ready for it. Actually, you know what? I would argue we are ready for it. He's casted now. Let's get our damage up. Let's buff Scarlet.
By the hand of Hogarth.
Let's debuff you. Hopefully Scarlet doesn't die while we're prepping this. She very well might. You know what? I'm gonna use a heal just in case. Which does mean we're not gonna get to use that Scarlet attack for a little bit here. So right away, tanking this, I'm definitely giving it to the follow-up team. Right at the gate. Like, Echo didn't even need a single heal. You can't argue with that damage, though, can you? You can't. I mean, this eclipsed it as far as speed goes. This is a very, like, crackety team, I guess, though. You know, I do have the Scarlet highlight. I do have a Soul Saga upgrade into Scarlet. I do into Spider-Man as well, though, so he's actually getting more follow-up attacks. Wow. Wow. Well, let's look at the times, and let's talk about some of the things we observed there. All right, guys, so let's go over the observations from our little testing here. Before we do that, when I grade things out of 10, what I'm looking at is the entire scope of the game. So when I'm looking at AoE, I'm taking into account, like, how good does Thor and Iron Man AoE. Accessibility, I'm looking at pay-to-win highlights, pay-to-win character unlocks. I'm looking at the talents, everything, right? So just keep that in mind as we're going through this. So for the follow-up team, the Spider-Man, Echo, Psylocke, with the highlight, The average time to clear was about 37 seconds. I did do a handful of other attacks for each single category here, and it kind of varied about 2 seconds in either direction with that team. So the way I was playing it was pretty consistent, although I'm not sure the way I'm playing it was perfect. If it wasn't, let me know in the comments, so we could always revisit this. The follow-up team without the highlight, this one was way different. This one could vary between 4 and 5 seconds either way. I had one attempt that went to like 46 seconds where Echo was so close to death because the match lasted longer. And Scarlet Witch, it was always under 30 seconds. I had to go down to 27. So yeah, the Scarlet Witch team, no surprise, way better on single target, right? Let's talk about some of the other categories. Tankiness. The follow-up team with the highlight, I'm actually giving it a higher grade on tankiness, which may surprise you, but it's because the time of battle really kind of dictates how low my Echo is close to dying. When I had the highlight turned on, Echo really never dropped below 50%, at least not to a meaningful degree. But when I didn't have the highlight on, Echo was like, she was just scraping by. She could have been 20%, one more hit from dead to that Juggernaut. So I didn't love the tankiness of the team. And you saw the Scarlet Witch. Like, I'm not using healing in the conversation when it comes to tankiness. Maybe I should. But Scarlet Witch, I always had to use an additional heal on Scarlet Witch and kind of forego her 3-cost ability a little bit. But it always worked out in the end. Maybe I just know how to play that team a little bit better. AoE, okay, the big struggles in AoE with this follow-up team. You have a little bit of Spider-Man AoE, you have a little bit of Psylocke AoE on her ultimate and on her 1 dash. Besides that, not much, right? When I think about Thor, when I like, if Thor is a 10, then this team is like a 4, right? If Iron Man is a 10, this team, Iron Man would probably be like an 8 compared to Thor, actually. This is a 4. And that doesn't change between the highlights. Nothing changes with the highlight in that regard, right? Scarlet Witch team, I actually give that the up here because you have the Emma ult that doesn't really do much damage, but it makes your Scarlet Witch pop off. Like, for instance, if I was fighting that Gorgon boss, the one where you take him out and then he splits into 3 little forms, you gotta take them out before he reconstructs. Like, I would much rather have a Scarlet Witch there because her AoE just does so much more damage than the Spider-Man and the Psylocke do, and it's not comparable, really. But on the Fallout team, you have more instances where you can do a little bit of AoE if you're fighting little bugs and stuff like that. But now let's talk about the big thing, accessibility, like the pay-to-win aspect of this stuff. The highlight, you have to open up 80 great keys to get it. There's literally no other way to get it. You cannot pull it from the Spider-Man banner. You have to hit that pity timer. So I give it a 2 out of 10. Not very accessible. The follow with no highlight, that's like a 6 out of 10. You still got to get a little bit lucky to pull the Spider-Man, but after that, everything is very free-to-play accessible. We got 2-star characters. The artifacts that were used, yeah, they're really good, but you can get that from the game of Khonshu. You just got to dedicate your energy to it. So I feel like that team is actually really accessible. On the Scarlet Witch team, well, that's full-on Kraken, baby. Like, that's Scarlet Witch unlocked plus a Soul Saga plus her highlight. That's Emma plus a Soul Saga. Doctor Strange, with the Emma Soul Saga doesn't really help much. The Doctor Strange plus a Soul Saga, which makes his 2-cost ability make the enemy take more damage. So very, very inaccessible. But if you lucked out and you have that Scarlet Witch, Emma, Doctor Strange, I don't think you look at the follow-up team at all. But if you're already in on the follow-up team, I do think the highlight gives a little bit of benefit. For me, though, I'm definitely not considering dropping 80 great keys for that highlight. I mean, I already did for the purpose of this video, but I wouldn't suggest it unless you're already in on that highlight. As of to now, though, we've been talking about PvE. PvP to me doesn't really exist in this game until we get some sort of competitive mode where rewards are attached to it. The Bifrost Brawl is great and all, but getting to 2K, you don't need any sort of special team. You just need to be leveling up your characters and jumping on the people that are kind of half-assed in the game right now. You get a 2K, no problem. And there's no leaderboard for final rewards, right? So, as far as this highlight and the Fallout team in general go, I actually don't think, or they're a top-tier team. I think they're just one step down from a top-tier team. And if somebody would ask me, hey, and especially if we can't do the refund on characters anymore, right? Should I build into the follow-up team? Should I go for the Spider-Man highlight? Like, I have Emma. I have Emma, Thor, and Scarlet Witch. Or even just Thor, Emma, Doctor Strange. Should I build the follow-up team? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I would recommend it. But if you got the pieces, you're all in on the highlight team, on the follow-up team. The highlight's good. It's not game-breaking. Do that information what you will. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know how you like the format of this sort of critiquing teams and critiquing highlights, and we'll kind of mold it to what you guys want to see and how you guys want testing done. But for now, take care. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you would, please. That helps me out very much. And I'll see you guys next video. Bye, guys.